I want to welcome you to this year's Shark Tank presentations. This event started 3 years ago. I was fortunate enough to be on the membership committee at that point, and what we started looking at is what can we do creatively to start sharing the experiences. We have the idea fair, and for those of you who went around the idea fair, there's hundreds and hundreds of ideas there. If you went to the morning speaker, and they were for the breakfast this morning, and he was talking about his story, that you just need to sometimes discover talents within the individuals you have, or just ask the questions of your team, and sometimes you're going to find new and better ways to do things. So as the membership committee at that time was looking for is how do we engage this more than just the idea fair? And what came across through one of the ideas was the Shark Tank process. So we went through it. This will be the third year that we do it. Every year it gets stronger and stronger. The crowd gets bigger and bigger. But really what I want to do is kind of talk to you about what we're going to do. What you're going to be seeing today are the 3 top groups that were selected to present at conference this year. What we're going to do, we have sharks in the room. I'll introduce them in a second. We'll make a decision afterwards. First place gets $1,000. The next 2 places get $500. Make sense? Everybody knows it? Each presenter will get 5 minutes, so I'll introduce each group as they'll come up. They'll present their idea. The concept of this, and what the judges will be judging on, is a variety of things from presentation to adaptability to use to clubs, creativity, and a whole bunch of other things. After each presenter goes up for 5 minutes, we'll give a chance to ask some questions. So if you have some questions, you yourselves can also help us be the sharks for this group. From there, we'll invite the next group up. Make sense? So before we get started, I'm Joe Kren. I'm on the national board here at CMAA, and I was asked to MC this because I've done it the last couple years. Hopefully I don't get fired from this halfway through. But I want to say thank you to the membership committee this year. So Kimberly Clark-Warren, who's here, Warren, if you want to say hello. And her committee is serving as the sharks. So if you're here in the membership committee, please stand to be recognized so people also know who's judging them. Who's the judgy ones here? There we go, all up front. And I will say through this process, the way this worked was a bunch of students from different universities submitted videos. The membership committee then met, looked over them, went through a process of selection. The students presented. They then selected down from that second round. We assigned each group a mentor to help them through this process. And what I'll say is standing up in front of a crowd is scary as heck, right? Some of us are really scared doing it in just front of our teams at the club. When you're standing in front of a room of a couple hundred people, even if you look at the speeches that are given for the candidates for board, I know when I did it in my times, you got to get your nerves under control. And really all you're doing is talking about yourself, right? Well, how hard is that? You've got students coming up here to present to you their idea in a creative form, in an industry that they love, in an industry that they feel they have insights to make it better. So I think you will get as much out of this process as I have over the years and also the students have. So I congratulate not only the students that are presenting here today, but those students who submitted and went through this process this last year and the years prior. And hopefully this is something that we'll continue to share and grow. So with that, we're going to start with the first group. The first group is from the University of Massachusetts. The category is sports and recreation. Jack Sorensen and Grace Canzano. Please come up.
All right, thank you so much. How's everyone doing today? Great. My name is Grace.
And I'm Jack.
And we are the co-presidents of the UMass chapter of CMAA. We're here to bring to you our company, Expo. We're going to go over a lot of content today, including our overview, distinct features, radar technology that we have, our smart court design, scoring and rules, and then why you should invest, and we are open to questions at the very end. Pickleball is the #1 fastest growing sport in the US for the 3rd year in a row. And it is a trend in the industry to enhance your experience and also your quality of play. Our company will continue to expand that sport by bringing new features to the game that we all know and love. And we have high-tech court systems that are easy to use with enhancing technology, scoring, and gameship. And now Jack is going to talk about our distinct features.
All right, guys, let's get into it. So, first thing, radar technology. Those of you who are not familiar, TrackMan is a very popular brand of radar technology. It tracks golf balls. It tells you all the data about it. It was actually initially built to track missiles and stuff like that. So if it can track a missile, it can track a pickleball. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to handle that in versus out dilemma. If anyone here has played pickleball, you know what I'm talking about. It's game point, and you're arguing about who just won. It's horrible. It kills the vibes of the game. This is going to tell you exactly where the ball landed, if it was in or if it was out. Next, this TrackMan is going to give you all the data about your pickleball game. It's going to be your ball speed, like the spin, volley streaks, all this stuff that's going to help you fine-tune your pickleball game. Next, you can review all your game data at the end. You can download the TrackMan app and you get all your stats right after the game, and it's going to help you find where you lost those points. Maybe you were up in the kitchen and that's where you're losing your points, and now you know what you need to work on. Lastly, my favorite part about this technology is it scores automatically. So if the ball goes out, it's going to tell you that. It's going to go straight to the scoreboard. It's going to say point Jack's team, and then you don't have to do any scoring yourself. It's awesome. Next, the smart court design. This is cool. So we're going to have LED lights under all the lines in these pickleball courts. It's going to have frosted glass over it, so it's not bright in the player's eyes, but it's going to create a cool, futuristic glow. Now, there's a couple different modes we're going to talk about. There's classic mode. We think this is going to appeal to our older audience, as it's just white, clean, futuristic-looking lines. Next, we have the custom mode. We think this will be more the middle-aged people. They have their team. They got their shirts. Maybe there's a yellow team and a blue team. They got the court their own color. They can make it whatever colors they want. It should be fun for those guys. Next, my personal favorite mode is interactive mode. This is the game, and the lights are changing as you play. So if, let's say you're getting a big volley streak, it's heating up, it's getting intense, maybe it starts flashing red, everyone's getting intense, it's awesome. Maybe I score a point, I have a big spike, my side starts flashing green. If I spiked it on Grace, her side is glowing red. It's really just getting everyone into the game, making it more fun. Lastly, there's night mode. If anyone's ever played glow golf before, you don't do it all the time, but when you do, it's kind of a fun change of things. So the stadium lights would go off, the night mode, the lights are in the court, we'd have illuminated pickleballs, illuminated paddles, and it's just like a fun kind of new twist on pickleball for you. Next, the scoring and the rules. Like I talked about earlier, it completely scores the game for you. This is good because it takes all of data from the TrackMan monitor and puts it on the scoreboard. That's going to be right above that TrackMan monitor, which is at center court, just about 5 feet to the right, elevated up above the court. It's going to pull data points from the TrackMan, but also pressure plates in the courts, because some of you know you can't step in the kitchen when the ball's up in the air. It's going to work with TrackMan and score it completely for you. There's a voice that's going to tell you when you get that point, because you don't want to keep playing if it just scored or someone got it out. So if I hit it out, it's going to say team 1 hit it out, score for team 2, and now it's time for Grace to serve. It's going to tell you exactly how to do it, because it can get confusing who's supposed to serve or even how you get the point when you have to score when you're the one serving. Nextly, it's easy to use on an iPad. It's because we know we have a huge audience using this. We could have people that are 7, people that are 107. So we want to make it really easy to use on the iPad. And it's all completely customizable, so if some people don't like the lights, you can turn the lights off. If some people don't like the voice, turn the voice off. If you don't like the automatic scoring, you turn that off. It's completely customizable, so you can make it exactly how you like it.
Now, we want you to invest in our company to capitalize on the growing popularity of this sport, but also to help players improve their game. We attract a wide range of audience, whether you're young or old, or you're just looking to have fun, or you're super serious about the game. We have a very customizable experience for all of our players who are playing, and you have features to turn it on and off, which means it's open to everyone. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it, and we're open to questions.
So the next group coming up is Niagara University. This is going to be under the Communication and Technology. Molly Pasau and Valentina Krasasik.
Hi everyone, my name is Molly.
And my name is Valentina.
And we both go to Niagara University, and today we're presenting to you Loyalty.
So has your club ever struggled with employee engagement or retention? Well, we have created the perfect app for you. We have created Loyalty, a special app designed just for club managers and employees. So our app Loyalty will help to increase employee engagement through points, rewards, and competitions. Okay, so first for our point system, employees will be able to earn points in various ways, including completing club training sessions, picking up shifts at their home club or other local clubs, Win the Moment, which will be a great moment with a member, as well as Save of the Shift, which will be helping during a shift with any problems that have occurred, and lastly, referring new employees. So for our reward system, employees will be able to exchange their points for any different rewards they would like. So the prizes can include gift cards, golf apparel, and vouchers to exchange for food off the line instead of employee meals.
So this is an example of what our homepage would look like. We have 3 really important sections here. The first is your points, how many points you've accumulated, as well as how many more points you need to unlock certain rewards. We also have a calendar here, which if you click on a specific date, it'll tell you exactly what's happening on that day. And then at the bottom, we have upcoming reminders, which if you need to just remind your employees of something, you can add it to this section. And then at the bottom, we just have all the other tabs. The calendar is nothing too crazy. It's very simple and very concise. So you just have all of the upcoming events and reminders. Here you will have all of your club functions, member events, and any employee trainings that are available. And we can also add in reminders under each of those events. So if there's a specific uniform they need to wear, that can be found in this section. So we have created 3 different leaderboards. We really wanted to gamify this whole experience and really increase that employee engagement. So you can compare yourself to employees at your home club. You can also look at the local market, and then you can also look at the national market. So you're only comparing yourself to employees, and we highly encourage to filter these clubs out. So you're only comparing yourself to clubs with similar sizes and similar resources.
So our next section of our app is called the Hub. So as you can see here, we have 3 different sections of the Hub. The first one is upcoming club training sessions. So as you can see, we have 3 upcoming club training sessions in March, and those will be subject to change as more come. And then next we have upcoming reminders. So you can see a few of the reminders up right now. Those are just some of them for March. Those are also subject to change as we get more reminders for the employees and managers. And lastly, we have upcoming open shifts. So employees will be able to take shifts from any home club or local clubs. So right now we have 3 from different country clubs in March, but that will obviously change as more shifts open up. And then we have a tab at the bottom where employees will be able to click on that and see what position they're going to be filling for their shift and apply for an open shift.
It's important to remember here that all of the open shifts at other clubs need to be approved by a manager at the home club, so you make sure you're not outsourcing your staff too much. Loyalty is going to send a weekly email to all of the manager profiles on the roster, which includes all of the data and analytics. It's real-time analytics on this engagement and these sessions that you're hosting for your employees. It'll help managers to identify which employees and locations or departments need more support, and it'll allow for targeted and timely interventions. We've created a couple different pricing tiers. First, we have our Gold, which costs $3,500 a year for 500 employees. Silver costs $2,000 a year for 250 employees. And Bronze costs $1,000 a year for 100 employees. And we have a seasonal employment section, so we understand that clubs are really, really busy during specific seasons. So we wanted to make sure that you were only paying for what you needed at that time. So we have $100 a month, and you can have an additional 50 employees. And each of these tiers are really customizable to whatever your club needs.
So why should you choose our app Loyalty? Well, there are 3 main benefits for our employees. The first one is that it fosters camaraderie and team spirit. The second is that it rewards positive performance through points. And the third is that it creates fun and bonding through competition.
Thank you for listening, and we hope you invest in loyalty.
We're going to invite the next group up. The next group up also happens to come from Niagara University. Presenting under Family Programming, Althea Simmons and Gabriella Cole.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Althea Simmons. And I'm Gabriella Cole. And we introduce to you the app that benefits all, Club Sitters. So raise your hand, who likes to go out to dinner? Right? Everybody likes to go out to dinner, right? What was that? Who else likes to go out to dinner? Members? Members love to go out to dinner, right? We all know that. We all work in clubs. But we wanted to figure out a way, how can members still be with their children, but if they just want to have a quick date night, they will have a quick business dinner, how can members be able to go to the club, enjoy their dinner, yet also have their child at the club? This is how we came up with Club Sitters.
So how the app works. So they'll download the app just like any other app on the App Store. Then they'll create their dinner reservation, which takes them to step 2. So in step 2, they just fill out a profile for their child, say their child's name, any allergies they may have, any medications they may have to take during their club sitting, and their tutoring sessions that they may need to do. Then that'll take them to the next step, where they get to choose which club sitter that they will have. This can be either workers that already work at the club or outsiders. This can be education majors in their local college, but it's completely up to the club.
And this is a great incentive because this is an option as well. This is just an example too. So education majors, you don't have to hire them. But if you do decide to hire education majors, they would go through an interview process and a hiring process. So that way they're just not random outsiders coming into the club. They're actually an employee. But like I said before, this is a great incentive for both you and the education major because they're in their field of interest. They're with the children. They're helping them. They're tutoring them. And they could also get club hours as well. So one problem that all clubs face is staffing issues. This way, both are benefiting from that.
And if there's no playroom, it's no problem at all. So all they have to do is rent a meeting space instead of the playroom or an empty banquet space. They can do their tutoring there, anything that they might need to do. So it'll all work out. So all the parents have to do is drop their kids off and enjoy.
All right, so there's 2 types of clubs, family-oriented and non-family-oriented. You all know where your club falls. So we understand that this app won't attract all clubs, right? Especially non-family-oriented clubs. But for family-oriented clubs, this will really enhance the member experience. And we wanted to touch on the non-family-oriented clubs. With this will benefit your club because let's face it, the average member age is getting younger. We know this. All of our clubs are experiencing that. So, because of that, younger members, more kids. So, this will help attract new members while also retain current members as well.
So, implementing the app. Most clubs already have an app that they may like to use. So, all we have to do is combine the 2 and it'll enhance it. If you don't already have an app, it's no problem. So, you would just download the app and you're good to go. So what we would do, we were thinking that if the clubs have over 1,000 members, that it would be $1,000 for the club to purchase for the app. If they're under 1,000, then it would be $750.
So there's a utilization fee. The members would be paying this. If you don't use it, you don't lose it, right? It's as simple as that. If you don't use it, you don't have any children, you don't have to pay. But if you are a parent, you have been utilizing the app, and your children are going there, then it's a $180 annual fee. So we're just going to touch on the size of the market really quick. It's a small app and it's just starting out. So we want to touch on the hyper-local market first. So we're from Buffalo. We just use that as an example. So let's say, for instance, to kickstart the app, you'll start relatively small in a small market. And then to expand it, when more clubs start realizing this app is working, people are utilizing it, we'll go to the tri-state area. After that, phase 3, we'll go to the national level, and that will expand it even more, and all clubs can reap the benefits of this app.
So, integration and efficiency. It's very, very simple for the members to use. Like I said before, all they have to do is download the app, just like any app on the App Store. It'll be super simple. Any other questions or comments that they may have, it'll be all on the app, so in the Q&A portion. So all they have to do is go there. So just in case the workers are busy, they don't have to go to the workers. This alleviates stress for them as well as the members. So yeah, any questions or concerns, all on there, no worries.
So Sharks, we hope that you invest in the app that benefits all. Club sitters.
Okay, we're going to take a brief recess. Sharks, I'd like you all to go out the back left here, deliberate, and then you're going to come back. If you just give us a couple seconds, we'll come back with the winners. So talk amongst yourself about all the ideas you saw today. I can tell you the presentations get stronger and stronger every year. The first year I did it, we were out and in within 30 seconds. Last year was a little longer. We were about to arm wrestle Charles, but we weren't going to do that this time with him. But you can tell the length of the deliberation made this very hard. And I think all of you in the audience would agree. Can we get a round of applause for all of them? Now, the committee had the great opportunity to see all the other presentations that you all didn't get a chance to see here. Today, you saw the top 3. So if you feel these are the top 3, you should also see what the other ones that the committee went through. So for those students that are in the audience, I really encourage you to think about it when you leave conference, to go back, think about next year, and really start to put together a plan to do this, because I think you'll see the value in what we do here and how it is. I also want to commend those presenting. I know in my club, I just did a presentation with all my senior department heads. They had to give me a presentation that was X amount of time. Not one of them could hold to the time. They all went over. Every single one of you were at least 30 seconds in advance. So you did the assignment, you presented in the precise amount of time. Congratulations. There's a lot of people that can't do that, so I want to thank you all for doing that. So, the judges met. The judges looked at the presentations, and the way we're going to do this is we're going to announce the winner. The winner, as you remember, gets $1,000. Then there's the runners-up that will get $500 each. Runners-up, once you get announced as runners-up, if you want to know where you fell, then the 2 and the 3 will let you know. But we didn't want you all to break out into a brawl either, so because we almost had one back there. So we're going to announce 2024 CMA National Conference winners for $1,000, the Shark Tank, University of Massachusetts, Sports and Rec. Jack Sorensen and Grace Canzano, please come up. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lefty.
Congratulations, I got it for you. I got it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for everybody.
Thank you.
So are you going to split the $1,000 or what's the plan? No, kidding.
We're an arm wrestle.
Throw it on black. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming in today. I hope you were inspired. Think of what you can do in your club to generate ideas. And although, think about the presenters up here. You were asking them questions on something that they were thinking that could be in the future, that isn't tactful here, and the way they answered the questions and they went through it, it's pretty inspiring to think these are the individuals going to be working in our clubs here very soon. But more importantly, these are the individuals who are working in our clubs. So make sure you're using these types of things to get the ideas for you as well. So on behalf of the CMA National Board, the membership committee, thank you. The code, I know you all want the code. The code, some of you forgot. The code is Vegas. All right, thank you.